Hello and welcome back to another walkthrough of my Flutter app development process. Today we're diving into some exciting updates, primarily focused on the sign up page and functionality. I'll show you the changes I've made, including some refactoring, validation logic, and integration of reusable widgets. Let's get started. Since the last video, I've reorganized and broken down the code further for better reusability and maintainability. The email and password functionality has been separated into its own file, email underscore password dot dart. The email and pass widget is its own class now and a stateful widget allowing me to manage dynamic states like toggling password visibility and validating input field. So this class takes a form key as input to manage form validation. Underscore obscure password controls whether the password is visible or hidden. We have three text editing controllers which manage the text for each input field: confirm pass, email, and password controller. We also use a login and sign up provider to check if the user is logging in or signing up. I'll be explaining providers later in this video. So if login is true, it hides the confirm password field. In email and pass widget, we call this here to check the isLogin value and determine whether to show additional fields like confirm password and to update the email and password when the user types in the input field. This way, the email and pass widget relies on the login and sign up providers to handle state changes. Here in the text form field, the email controller manages the email text. The validator checks if the field is empty and also ensures the input follows a valid email format using a regular expression. Then coming to the build password field, for the password input, we use the build password field function to simplify code and handle both password and confirm password fields. So if the user is signing up, an additional confirm password field is displayed. The build password field widget checks if the password is at least 8 characters, includes special characters and numbers for the sign up page only, and that it matches the confirm password field. The obscure text hides the password for privacy, and the suffix icon toggles password visibility with an eye icon. We also display appropriate error messages if the passwords don't match or if the fields are left empty. Now moving on to the login form. So since before we have the underscore form key which tracks the form state, then the underscore is loading boolean indicates whether a login or sign up is in progress, and we use it to show a loading indicator. Then we have the handle submit method. This function is called when the user logs in or signs up. This was previously the sign in method, but now I have refactored it to handle both sign up and login function. And Anna has explained this handle submit method in detail in a video, so you can check out that video. Then coming to the uh, providers that we have used in the login form. So here in the login form, we access the login and sign up mode and pass it to the form logic by calling the provider here. We do this to determine whether to show login or sign up on buttons and headers, and handle form submissions by checking the current mode and calling appropriate functions. So this simplifies managing UI's conditional rendering for login and sign up and ensures consistent state across apps. Coming to the UI components, I have refactored stack widget over column, which allows a circular progress indicator to overlay on top of the form. We have the text under the logo, which changes whether the user is logging in or signing up. Here we use the email and pass widget to handle input fields, and the elevated button submits the form by calling handle submit. The button's labels and actions adapt based on whether we are logging in or signing up. At the end, we have the loading indicator, which shows a spinner in the center of the screen during Firebase operations. Now let's move on to the Google Login widget. Here in the Google Login widget, some of the things are the same while some are different. We have the underscore is loading boolean for the loading indicator spinner for both sign in and sign up process. Then we have the underscore sign up and login with Google method, which is an asynchronous function handling the core functionality of the Google login. And Anam again has explained this entire function in detail, so you can check out that video. And I will explain the providers that we have used in the Google login widget. So here the purpose of the provider is to dynamically adjust Google sign-in behavior based on whether the app is in sign up and login mode, and show appropriate button text and functionality, and allow toggling between login and sign up mode. Coming to the build method and the UI, we again use a stack widget to overlay a loading spinner on top of the main UI. We call the sign up and sign in method here in the Google sign in button and dynamically adjust the text based on whether it's the login screen or sign up screen. We also have the text button which toggles between sign up and login screen. If it is the sign up screen, it shows already have an account login, and if it's the login screen, it shows don't have an account sign up. So again, at the end, we have the loading spinner in the center of the screen while authentication is in progress. So this is the entire Google login widget. Now coming to the login screen, I have changed this up a little bit. I have wrapped up this column in in a single child scroll view. The reason for doing so is because it was showing a render flex error, and the only way to get rid of that was a single child scroll view. And we have also dynamically adjusted the height and width of the containers of both the login form and Google login so that it doesn't show a render flex error on different devices. So this is the login screen, and now we come to a new file which is the login and sign up providers. This is a state management class that uses the change notifier from the Flutter framework. This helps manage and share the state of the login and sign up across different widgets in our app. This provider plays a key role in maintaining and updating information like whether the user is in sign up or login mode, as well as the email and password of the user. A provider in Flutter is a way to share data between different parts of our app, like in our widgets, without needing to pass it around manually. Think of it as a data manager that holds important information and makes it easily accessible to any widget that needs it. So, the purpose of having a provider for our app is first to keep track of login and sign up state, email and password, and second, updating widgets when state changes occur by calling notify listers. I'll now explain the code. This class extends change notifier to provide notification functionality to its listeners, which are the widgets. Is login boolean tracks whether the app is in login mode, which will be true, or sign up mode, which will be false. String email and password stores user's email and password. Notify bool login method updates the is login variable and notifies all listening widgets to rebuild when this value changes. Get password and email, this line updates the password and email fields and notifies all listeners of the updated credentials. Get email and get pass are getter methods to retrieve stored email and password. So through this provider, we easily share and manage states across multiple widgets without passing data through constructors and automatically rebuild widgets according to state changes. And for the last one, which is the main.dat file, we have changed this up a little bit. Now the run app function returns a multi-provider widget, which means that this is a root widget now and ensures all widgets in the app can access the providers. The multi-provider widget wraps our app in one or more providers. Change notifier adds our login and sign up provider to the app so any widget can access and listen to its data. We use a multi-provider even though we just have one provider right now because it makes it easy to add more providers in the future without changing the structure, and it allows us to manage multiple pieces of shared data efficiently. Wraps up our walkthrough of the login and sign up flow in Flutter, powered by Firebase and the providers package. We have covered how to manage state efficiently, validate inputs, and integrate Google authentication. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials. Thank you for watching.